Hi, welcome to my channel, Leather Rock here, and that's Cassie. Today I wanted to talk to you about Bioplast belly rings and nose rings and some of the things you really should watch out for that I've learned the hard way. Now, unfortunately, I set aside this particular nose ring to show you that is made of Bioplast that got some kind of damage to it, but I set it aside. Should be here in this basket that contains my jewelry, and I can't find it anywhere. And I'm not going to bore you as I dig through everything again because it's not there. But my nose ring, I had to take it out because I saw that it looked like it had a splinter or some kind of, I don't know if it got cut or what, but I will give you an idea of what I'm talking about here. I had a ring that looked just like this, and right on the edge where, see how this is a example of titanium that has the paint chipped off of it, and titanium should not have a paint coating anyway. This is obviously a very cheap piece of jewelry I'm holding in my hand, but I had this Bioplast nose ring, and it literally had like a slice of it. I couldn't tell if a slice of it was coming off or if it was scratched and it just, through abrasion, it got more of a piece sticking out. But when I saw that it was not totally smooth, it occurred to me, I better not keep it in my body if it's doing that. So what I have here is steel, which is probably the best thing to put in a nose ring anyway, or anything that's in your body really should be safe. And this cheap jewelry really is not a good idea. Now, if you didn't know already, Bioplast is actually Udol polysulfone. And now PTFE, if you've heard of that before, that's another name for polytetrafluoroethylene, and it's also known by the trade name of Teflon. Teflon as in the nonstick coating that you might put on some of your cookware. Well, yes, it's also used in body piercing jewelry. These are things, if you're going to use something that's not stainless steel, you really want to make sure that it is surgical grade. Now, if your Bioplast is surgical grade, it would have a series of letters and numbers I'm going to have to read off to you. It would be, okay, now there's something called silicone tubing by the trade name of Tygon, and that would be, if you want to use the medical grade, that said it's fully categorized to ISO 10993, and there's FDA guidelines for bio compatibility you really need to be aware of. Again, you get what you pay for, and if you're going to buy cheap stuff to save money like I did, you might expect it to either chip or snag, or I don't know what kind of wear and tear is going to happen to something that you stick in your body part, and assuming you're not rough with it when you're taking it out, assuming you don't have very heavily calloused hands. I would like to know what I did to that nose ring to scratch it up like that. And I don't have it to show you, and I could not put off filming this video. Today is when I wanted to do it. But yeah, just watch out. If you're going to get Bioplast, make sure that it is not really cheap stuff. And also, Bioplast is never or almost never suitable for a very fresh piercing. You want to make sure that you have totally healed and you're at the stage where you can change out your jewelry before you do Bioplast. Now, some people will use Bioplast if they have metal allergies. Even if you're getting quote unquote surgical stainless steel, that might still have nickel in it. And if you have a nickel allergy, you might have problems. So for those people, sometimes they will use Bioplast. But if you're getting a fresh piercing, I would not put plastic in your body, because just because it's plastic doesn't mean that it is safe for to be internal. And also you have to think about whether it's internally threaded or externally threaded. Jewelry made of Bioplast ideally should be internally threaded, because an external thread, the threads will be going in and out of the body. They will get clogged up with dead skin cells. They could also irritate an unhealed piercing. Now, that said, internally threaded jewelry is more expensive. As a matter of fact, all this jewelry I have here, it's all externally threaded. I don't have anything expensive in with this because I'm going to buy what I can afford. But so the choice is yourself. If you want a few pieces that are really good or you want a whole bunch of crap. Well, this is a whole bunch of crap. So far, so good. I haven't had any allergic reactions to anything. I have never gotten a piercing infected. Of course, aftercare is very important too. You want to definitely follow the directions of your piercer. A lot of times, instead of giving what they used to use, like my very first piercing of a body piercing in nature was this one. But now they use a lot of times something called H2 Ocean, which is basically sterilized saline solution. Back in the day, people used anything from alcohol, which can actually cause a fresh piercing to stick to the metal, and they don't recommend that. People used to use all kinds of things. Betadine, which is a solution with iodine in it, has been used, but now they like the salt water because I'm not sure exactly. Maybe because it's less irritating and because it won't cause the jewelry to stick. You obviously don't want that. That will hurt. Hello, Cassie. We see you. All right. I don't know if you learned anything. If it's maybe from my mistakes, watch out for the cheap jewelry. It's a bioplast. I don't know what it snagged on or what, but once something is rough, you don't want to keep on putting it in a body part, especially if something that you're going to be turning around, or if you don't do it deliberately, it'll do it on its own. And if something is rough, if it becomes abraded, it could harbor bacteria. It could even cause abrasions on you and get you infected. And you don't want to do that. It's not worth it, especially on a facial piercing. You definitely don't want that. So, yeah, learn from my advice. Oh, and also, like I'm sure I mentioned this before, if you have a deviated septum, a piercing jewelry like this is ideal because it won't emphasize where your nose is asymmetrical, and gravity will keep it pretty much hanging straight. Now, I noticed with the bioplast ones, they could be tighter uh, fitting and they will often hang asymmetrical and you'll find you're always having to adjust it, and that's kind of annoying. So yeah, you might want to think twice about the bioplast. Okay, if you like this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up. If you like me and my content, I'd love to have you subscribe. I make new content 3 times a week, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, on a variety of subjects that I hope you'll find entertaining and you might learn something. Until then, talk to you soon. Bye.